So I just want to talk about, the time period that we're in right now, which is a huge, huge period for the evolution of our planet and us as humans. Although we are actually souls having this human experience, but this is a huge evolutionary point for us. And since 2020, that's been hugely seen. You probably, if you're watching this video, feeling many shifts inside yourself, particularly speeding up this year. A lot of shifts this year, big quantum leaps this year. So you're probably feeling it in your body, in your psyche. We can see the craziness that has been, brought out of the shadows into the light since 2020 as the planet goes through this great awakening. So we're starting to remember ourselves as divine beings and waking up to those enslavement programs, those spells, those hypnotic spells that have been cast up on society, keeping us shut off from who we are and blind to the enslavement program. So as we go through that, lots of people I've noticed on the journey, and same with me, there were times in 2020 that I was like praying almost for a saviour to come and save us and help us, and then I started to wake up to the fact that there is nobody coming to save us. We are the saviours of ourselves. As we connect back to the self, as we remember who we are, we step into our light, we bring more light into the body, we dissolve those shadows, those fears, and we shine out our light into the universe, and that dissolves the fear, and that creates a ripple, and that helps the whole planet uplift its consciousness. I'm not religious at all. I don't buy into religion. However, I know there is some truths in religion. Of course, there is some ancient scriptures in there, and there is some truth, and that's how it pulls people in. But there's also a lot of inversions of the truth as well. And one of those, I believe personally, is around Jesus Christ, and how Jesus Christ apparently said that he is the light, the truth, the way, or something like that. I might not have got it exactly right, but he's the light, the truth, the way. But actually, I'm awakening to, no, you are the light, the truth, the way. The Christ consciousness is inside of us. The Holy Grail is in us. It's in our energy system. It's in our pineal gland. As that starts to open up, that connects us back to our Christ consciousness, back to the Holy Grail. And we've been again with Jesus Christ. I'm not saying that he wasn't a real person. I actually do believe he was a real person. He wasn't called Jesus though, Yeshua. But actually, he was like us. He was a soul in a human body, and he awoke to his Christ consciousness inside of him, his Christic consciousness. And as he awoke to that Christ consciousness with Mary Magdalene, so she was already awoken, and she awoke when they met. He awoken as well. The divine feminine and the divine masculine both awoken in that spiritual divine partnership. And as they awoke to that consciousness, they then spread that consciousness, that ripple, letting everybody else know that it's inside of you. We are the ones that we are seeking. We are the truth. We are the way. We are the light. We don't need to look outside of ourselves for the answers. It's all within, and we've got to relearn how to connect to the self, relearn how to trust the self and trust the self's guidance. Be a sovereign being. What they were spreading, I believe, is that we are sovereign beings. We've got to be those sovereign beings. Again, we've got to be the authority in our lives, and we can only do that when we start devoting time to the self and start connecting back to the self. So you are the light, you are the truth, you are the way.